Alright guys, a few things have changed since the last video. As you can see, we'll go through a couple of them now before we get started on what we're actually going to do in this video. First of all, chop this chassis leg off. We're going to just plate over this part here and then have a tube coming out of it to basically act as the chassis leg. Not started on this side yet. This is basically just to make extra room for the turbos. I've also cut the old manifolds down, which was pretty painful, not just because of the sentimental value of, you know, making those manifolds myself, but more because they were an absolute nightmare to cut. Like, everything just gets in the way. As well as that, you've probably noticed this monstrosity, which I mentioned in the last video, but I've finally got around to actually making a kind of proof of concept. Very temporary, like, don't judge any of the welding or the fabrication or anything. This is very much a proof of concept. And obviously, as you can tell, the idea is to move the throttle body to here so that it can just come out of the intercooler. And speaking of the intercooler, they have both arrived. We're going to weld them together because we couldn't find one in the right orientation and size that I needed. So we've got two I'm going to weld together. But yeah, these are Garrett intercoolers, a lot cheaper than the custom core that I got made for the 350. So yeah, now we're pretty much ready to start making the exhaust manifolds. We're going to turn this box of bits into an exhaust manifold that gets the turbo in the exact right position, which I thought was going to be real easy with a front mount turbo, but yet again, we're going to be super tight for space because we're basically going to be butting up against this. It would be super easy if we were just doing a log manifold and if we didn't need a silencer in the bonnet exit exhaust, it would all be super easy. I'd have it done by now. But because I want to do a tubular manifold and because I want to have a silencer, it's a nightmare because we've also got to fit this massive AN20 water fitting basically on there, and then that's got to also avoid all the turbo stuff and the power steering pump that we've moved and the wastegates, and yeah, it's going to be a nightmare, but that's enough talking. Let's get started. Where we're at. We've got some weirdness going on.
Yeah, there's one manifold.
No.
Oh no, have you let go of him?
Knocked him off.
Oh.
I've tossed him off.
But
very hard with one hand or two hands.
You're very hard.
How many hands have I got? I am very hard with one hand. Right, so we've got a bit of an issue. We were making the manifold and we were making some little pie cuts to join stuff together, and I foolishly rested one of them on top of here and it has fallen. I mean, we taped up the inlet manifolds, but it's fallen down into here somewhere. It's like in there. You can just see the bottom of it. You can just see his little head poking out. So now we're trying, and it's because it's stainless, we can't use a magnet to fish it out. So we're trying all sorts of nonsense to try and get it out now. Fun times. So Bryn came up with a genius solution, as always, to use some welding filler wire as a little hook. You happy with what you've won on the you are smug, just in general. I just want to explain, this is not the preferred method of welding, you know, on an engine block. in your
It's
hand.
not how Mike would do it.
It's not how a professional would do it, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I feel like it's okay, you know? But did it work though? You know, that's the key point.
Soon find out.
Ain't stupid if it works. Do we do 2 tacks or do we learn from our previous mistakes and only do 1? What you've not seen is that we had to break quite a lot of these off again because things weren't in the right place. We'll do 2. I'm feeling confident. YOLO. What post flow? Right, let's go.
What was that about Post Malone?
I said what post flow?
No, is that where you leave the thing hissing?
Yeah, because I moved the torch straight away, so now it's gone all purple.
God, you know all the fucking lingo.
That's probably hot. Probably shouldn't put it on the... You're doing follow cam with the...
Yeah, I'm trying to get all professional.
How's that working out for you?
Terrible.
Welcome to my world.
Okay,
Good?
there's
Right.
now just like a shitload of marks. I didn't know what else I could do. I couldn't see anything else.
Good. It's fine. I'll just tack this. Tack your mum up.
Where's the pen lid?
Who knows? Probably in the fucking sump. It's disguised with all that other plastic. Stick it in me.
God, that's so difficult through the lens.
It's so difficult to press as well.
Right, resuming the world's worst footage.
We didn't chamfer these, did we?
No,
Why didn't we chamfer these?
because you forgot.
Oh, right, we need to get some more sturdy tacks.
That is fucking hearty as shit.
We need to get some better tact on some of these now because stuff's fucking around a bit too much, isn't it?
Okay.
Right, I think engine out. Tack some of these up better.
Alright, jobs are good.
Do you reckon that was good to you?
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, she's stuck now. So that's where she's staying. I mean, you're way too close, that's why I won't focus.
You're way too close. Can you back off 2 meters?
Can you fuck off?
What?
What are you gonna do?
Oh, it's just doing
Oh god. I'm not sure that's
that
rated
kinda
for your weight.
What? Weigh fucking 55 kilos, mate.
Yeah, but then add in all the cum you've swallowed, you know? It's like it's gotta be like another fucking kilogram at least, isn't it?
That's still attached by something. Not anymore! Oh, it was the fuel cap.
Fuck's sake. What's going on, Bryn?
Doing some housework, mate. Cleaning up the remains of Nissan Carmoon.
Nissan Carmoon.
Look at it. Grim. And it's all over your fucking workshop.
I got distracted by Henna's beautiful, disturbing gaze. Don't hit him, be gentle. Right, so we've got this manifold nearly done. There's 2 bits left, basically 2 straight bits, so they don't look very straight from there, do they? It might not fit, we'll see. 2 straight bits left to make for that. We're just clamping up a thing here so that we can actually get both the turbos in the exact same place, height-wise. So yeah, we want to make sure the downpipes come out at the exact same height, basically, so they kind of meet in the middle, and it doesn't look stupid. We're going to have a V-band in there like we have on the other side as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if we've really shown that. But yeah, that's looking good. This whole setup just looks so sketchy with what we've got going on here, but we know what we're doing. Do we?
Sort of.
Right, well, it's now the end of the weekend. We've been here for like the last fucking 48 hours non-stop. So, I mean, that's an exaggeration. We haven't actually been here 48 hours, but we've been here for 2 full days, which is 48 hours.
No. That's not how that works.
We've been here 48 hours.
What have we been? We've been here 12 hours yesterday, and we've been here 8 hours today. So we've been here 20 hours.
We've been here 20 hours. I was close to 48.
But yeah, that's pretty good then. I mean, position-wise, we've got that pretty bob on.
We have.
The other one took a little bit of dicking about.
Yeah, this one we weren't as conscious of exactly where stuff was ending up, and then it ended up like way further to the left and higher up than we expected. But
whereas on this one, we got that one to use as a pattern.
yeah, we could copy this one, so it was alright. Cool. Right. So now I think Bryn is going to head home because, like I say, he's been here for 48 hours, non-stop. And I'm going to finish making this because I can kind of do all this bit on my own easy enough. It's just joining some stuff together. Man, that looks so far out. Are you sure we got these right? Oh no, wait, that one is going to that. Yeah, okay, my bad. My bad. I was going to join the wrong things together, boys.
Yeah.
I was going to have just one.
I should stay.
I was going to have one runner come out and just loop into another runner. How would that work?
It wouldn't.
Yeah, but what would happen?
I'd probably do like 2 revs before it just wouldn't go anymore and you'd start forcing the charge back out the intake.
Join us again next time to find out if that's what happens. So before Bryn leaves, he's going to hack up the back of the car some more, because he started it and he wants to finish it, don't you?
Yeah. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, maybe don't do this in a t-shirt. No!
I told you I didn't cut that bit.
What did you cut?
I started this.
None of it.
I cut the top bit so it looked like I'd done something, and then I stopped.
It's just that bit that you couldn't be asked to do.
I could have been asked to do it. You just needed me to do something else.
Sorry, mate, the angle grinder's on.
Said go fuck yourself.
Fuck you.
He's so aggressive with the grinder. I'm so...
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
That was as anticlimactic.
Done.
Done?
Done.
Done. Alright, so I got a bit carried away while the camera was off. Wait, can you even see me? Hi, I'm down here. Yeah, I got a bit carried away and actually welded up one of the manifolds fully, apart from one little bit that I've got to finish off. This is the first manifold that we did that we tacked all in place. And now I'm just going to weld it all fully. I've done some bits already, as you can probably see. Basically the plan is, because you can't get the torch in, you know, I can't get around there to weld the bits down there and some other bits like around there. Because you can't do that, the plan is to weld as much as I can in place and then break 2 of the runners off. So we'll leave this runner here because I can get to that easily enough once the other 2 are gone. Break them off, weld them fully when they're separate, because obviously you can get to everything. Then put it back together and weld them, you know, the last 2 joins basically on each runner. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because when you take stuff off and weld it and then put it back on, it never quite fits right because this is stainless steel. It warps a lot when you weld it. So it never quite fits right, and I usually have to like get the flat disc out and sand things down a little bit just to change the angle slightly and make things fit perfectly, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's carry on welding some shit. Sure, that's what I wanted to happen anyway. So, joke's on you. Fuck's sake, man. This is the worst thing about welding stuff on your own, is just keeping things in place. Oh, I know I'm going to get loads of comments like, oh my god, you're not back purging it, it's going to break. Yeah, well, the last ones didn't, did they? They survived 2 years. I did start back purging them originally, and then on the second one I kind of just gave up because it's a lot of effort. And the second one was absolutely fine as well. Right, cool. I think that's about all we can do now without breaking it apart. Oh wait, no, just seeing another bit we can do. Right, let's break her apart. There we go, now we can deal with all the bits that we couldn't get to, so I'm just going to clean everything with a wire brush and some acetone, and then we'll crack on with welding. Just something to keep that in place. Let's use the other lad. Good, good. No, come on, come on. There we go. Thank you. Fuck off. Why you gotta start wiggling while I'm welding you, dickhead? If you could just stay perfectly still, that would be good. Is that kind of still? No? Yeah, maybe? Are you bored of watching welding yet? I hope not, because there's a shitload more to come on this build. Right, you, go away. You're... What are we doing with you? Oh, there's still so much to do on this lad. God damn it. Actually, you come back. Change my mind. You've been reinstated. You're gonna hold this guy, pin him down. I'm gonna burn the shit out of him. The thing I find with welding is that it's actually pretty easy to weld, like to actually just stick some metal together in a way that won't break, that's strong enough and reliable and all that. That's actually not hard at all. What's hard is just making it look nice and like look consistent. So if all you care about is just actually sticking stuff together in a reliable way, TIG welding is not anywhere near as hard as most people think. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm a software developer, like, I don't do this shit, and I picked it up pretty quickly. So yeah, it's just making it look nice and like being really clean and really consistent with it that's difficult. But if you don't care about that, then yeah, crack on. Right, I'll be honest, I don't really want like 7 hours of footage to have to edit. So we'll end this clip here, and you'll just have to assume I do all the rest of them absolutely perfectly. Right, so they're both done now. Some of the welds were okay, some of them not so much. But yeah. Now I just need to offer it back up to the manifold and see how everything fits. So, of course, it doesn't fit. You put that end on, and there's a massive fucking gap. What do you mean? Where's all that length gone? That's what she said. The other thing I need to do that I forgot is I need to weld this one up fully. This is the one that's actually going to stay on there while I weld it. So, yeah, we need to do that first, because that'll then slightly change where the collector ends up as well, before we go remaking any last bits on this. But yeah, it's always a pain in the ass, this bit. I hate it. So I finally got this all welded together. Sorry I didn't film it, but it was enough of a pain as it was without filming. Most of the welds I'm pretty unhappy with how they look, to be honest, but like I said, it's not going to go anywhere. Some of them, like these last few that I did, aren't too bad looks-wise and colour-wise, but yeah, some of the earlier ones are pretty terrible. So I've got one more thing to weld now that's going to go onto this V-band, and then we can actually go and get one of the turbos on the car. So she's on. First turbo is actually in place. It's all looking pretty good clearance-wise. It's pretty much exactly where we wanted the downpipe, not too close to the belts, but not too close to the intercooler either. It's kind of the perfect position. The only thing that's going to be slightly awkward is the chassis leg, or chassis rail, whatever you want to call it, is going to come off here. This plate obviously I welded on since the last bit I showed of this, but yeah. The chassis rail is going to come out of here, which is going to interfere with that, so we might have to just do like a 45 off this way. We can figure that out, that's easy enough. The welds, luckily, that you can see up top here are some of the nicer looking ones, so that's worked out quite well. The only bit that looks a little bit weird is this kind of straight branch here, but the wastegate is going to be coming off there, somewhere like that. And the screamer pipe will go off down here, so yeah, that will look a bit less weird soon. And I think that's probably a good point to end this video, because this took a lot longer than I expected, so it's probably been over a week since the last video. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, where we will be finishing this manifold, which is about 80% done. So yeah, we'll see you there. So, Bryn always loses his gloves, so we've come up with an ingenious solution to stop him from losing his gloves. Because every time, you don't have to look so ashamed, every time we do anything, he's like, where are the gloves gone? He never has them on, so I've stopped him losing them now. I think that's a pretty good solution, don't you?
Winning.